I've also met Vladimir Putin. I stood toe-to-toe with him, and I've told him things he didn't want to hear. And let me tell all of you, Putin only understands strength. And America must meet this moment with American strength.
There's Mike Pence talking about how he stood toe-to-toe with Vladimir Putin. And he said some things that he didn't like your shoes untied, Vladimir. What's wrong with you? What did he say to him? Hey, if you're such a tough guy, what did you say to Vladimir Putin? And what did it do? If he didn't like it, then what did he do after that? It doesn't matter, just as long as you give the tough guy thing. Anyways, there was some video of him meeting with Vladimir Putin. I'm not sure if this is a particular instance when he's talking about, but he and John Bolton were talking with him. And let's see how hardcore he was. We can't really hear what he's saying, but you can get an idea of the energy. Watch.
Here we go.
Well, there's that toughness. He's a tough guy. But during Obama's presidency, though, there was these moments when Pence did have some things to say about how tough of a guy Putin was during that whole situation. Let's look at this. This is what Pence said. I think it's inarguable that Vladimir Putin has been a stronger leader in this country than Barack Obama has been in this country. Pence is what he said in his interview with CNN at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. And he goes, and that's gonna change the day that Donald Trump becomes president of the United States of America. So again, this is even before then. So tough guy talk about what's gonna happen. We saw what happened when he was actually there in specifically Helsinki, and his favorite president of all time. But once you start criticizing the former president about how weak he was and Putin is strong, but I stood up to him. What did you do? Give us some more details. This is such a great story. I'm ready for the details. I did see a little bit more of Pence's fealty though when it came to Donald Trump. I wonder if he looks at Putin the way he looks at Trump. Remember this? Watch.
And I think we're probably.
Did you guys notice that snatch handshake at the end that Trump was the signature of? He snatched him close to him a little bit there with a handshake. So Maz, this obviously I think this is one of those instances where Pence has to show he's this tough guy ready to run for president because that's obvious what the next step is for him.
Pence is just another sad creature. I think he meant to say I stood lip to butt, toe to toe with Vladimir Putin. This guy has been lip to butt with a lot of leaders, Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin. You can see, first of all, the energy of that conversation that Putin was having with Bolton and Pence. It felt like Putin was like, listen, we have, you come upstairs to the penthouse later. We have girls, we have, get together. And Pence is all, he's frowning. He just doesn't know what's going on. I think, I think other world leaders, like a world leader like Putin, as much as I hate calling him a world leader because he's really just one of the worst human beings. They really, in their minds, consider Americans to be plain. And when they run into a Mike Pence, they have proof of a plain. Like Mike Pence seems like the kind of guy who is the bumbling spy in the spy movie. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't really know what he's doing, but it's taking everything at face value. That's who Mike Pence is. Even John Bolton, at least, seems like he knows what he's doing and talking about. Who, again, another guy I don't like. But the fact that he said I stood toe to toe with Vladimir Putin. Oh no, you didn't, little boy. Not in Vladimir Putin's head. Vladimir Putin was just. What does that have to do with anything? But Vladimir Putin was toying with this guy. You know, he's like, okay, whatever, little boy. It's a sad. What does that have to do with anything? And the fact that, you know, because they're trying to say that Biden needs to be tougher on Putin, which that's a whole other debate you can have in terms of, are we going to give them the Ukrainians the more weapons and how and all that other stuff. That's a debate that you can have. But to come out and try and pretend you're a tough guy when you are possibly one of the least tough human beings in politics today, it's another sad situation. And by the way, your guy Trump was yet another sycophant to Putin. So the reason that Putin liked you guys was because you guys did what he wanted and he put you guys in. So it's all just talk. And I can't imagine Pence lasting past the first round of debates if he ends up running for 2024. He's just a weak leader.
Definitely gonna be lively.